Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to Broncos Breakdown on the MHRT Network. This is a show that is everything Broncos and brought to you with emotion, passion, honesty, and of course, my comments. I am your host, Bronco Bill. All right, guys, before I get into uh, acknowledging anyone in the chat, and before I do the show, I just want to reach out with a heartfelt condolences to those in, I think this town's called Lanani, Maui, for the devastation fires that just tore through that town in Maui. The lives that are lost, the families that are displaced. My heart goes out to them. My prayers go out to them as well. I just want to acknowledge the fact before I start the show that there are many, many lives that have been absolutely turned upside down in the last 72 hours. My heart goes out to them. My prayers go out to them. And it's unfathomable. I just want to start out the show with that. I couldn't start out a show without acknowledging the fact that those people are devastated. Maui strong. Maui strong. Unite, guys. You will rebuild. And just a tragic situation. Okay. On a different note, well, before I get into that, let's go to Avatar. As always, he's batting leadoff. Avatar says, "What's up, Broncos country and 2023 NBA champ Nuggets Nation?" Hey, cool, man. Your mom surprised you with a 2023 Nuggets champions plaque for your birthday. How cool is that, dude? That is really cool. Awesome, man. I hope you put it in a very prominent spot in your room or wherever. Excuse me. And obviously it means a lot. So that's totally cool. Totally cool, man. Okay, what's not cool is what I'm going to bring up right now. The Denver Broncos are having to reshuffle their linebacker core due to Jonas Griffith's season-ending. Here we go again, guys. Another season-ending injury. He tore his ACL last Tuesday. How many guys are the Broncos going to have not played this year? Half their team? And I know we got 53 guys on the team. I mean, I'm being facetious, but what I'm saying is, key players, absolutely key players. Tim Patrick, KJ Hamler, we got Jonas Griffith, we have others. It's just, it goes on and on and on. And I have another one that's coming up to this. Thank goodness it's not season ending as far as I know, but still another injury. And I'm not liking any of this. And like I said last week, guys, it can't be how Hackett did anything, because Sean Payton's doing things differently. It has to be the turf. It has to be conditioning. It has to be something. I'm not sure what it is, but it has to be something. And I can't put my finger on it because I don't know what that something is. It's mysterious to me. I continue. Therefore, the Broncos have signed undrafted rookie Austin. I want to say this right, probably not. Austin Ajaki. He is from University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and he earned first team All Mountain West Conference honors last year. Good. Let's hope that he can be anywhere close to Jonas Griffith. I don't know. He's a rookie. He's got to learn the system. But so did Griffith. He would have had to learn the system too, because we have a new head coach in Sean Payton. So I know that when you have an undrafted free agent, they want to prove themselves. They want to go above and beyond what they have to do to make the team, to say, hey, coach, I can do this. I can be that guy. Well, let's hope that that's what Austin Ajaki can do. I'm hoping that's what he can do. On another note, another injury. This one, well, I shouldn't say to a more key player, because Jonas Griffith is a key player. Justin Simmons Yeah, that's right. That Justin Simmons, the safety of the Denver Broncos, out. The plagued Denver Broncos were struck again a few days ago when Justin Simmons apparently suffered a groin injury. He isn't expected to miss a lot of practice or preseason, but the coaches want to be smart about his injury and not play him. Holy smokes. We cannot have a Justin Simmons go down, period. We can't. We can't. Justin Simmons is the man. He is the safety, what do you want to call him? The safety chief, the safety quarterback back there. I mean, he knows what to do in that secondary. And now he's going to miss some games. Okay, it's preseason. That's fine. Let's just let him rest in preseason. But then what? He's going to go into the very first game at home against the Raiders and not have any preseason, I don't want to say experience, any preseason game action, and he's got to test that groin injury. I don't know, man. I hope he can come back and play at least the third game, the game that's at Denver, because I'll get into the game that the Broncos are playing tonight. I'll get into that in a little bit, but he's got to play at least a quarter or a half of a preseason game to get into the game speed, in my opinion. And like I said, I'm not the head coach, and I know that I know that Nathaniel Hackett didn't play anybody last year, and that didn't work out. So I know that Sean Payton, I'm getting all that too as it comes down the line, but in the show. But wow, having a Justin Simmons out, not indefinitely, thank goodness, but out for several weeks, so to speak. So it's just another injury that the Broncos have to endure year after year after year. And I don't know what the answer is, guys. I really, really don't know what the answer is. I'm starting to think it has to be turf or conditioning or something. Avatar, going back to your plaque that your mom gave you for your birthday. That's awesome. You're hanging on your wall. Well, you know what? That is obviously in an honorable spot. Just like my stuff hanging back here is on an honorable spot. I've got I've got a picture of, put it this way, picture of myself and John Elway right here. So yeah, I know what it means to hang things on your wall, man. It means a lot. It means a lot. You see them every day, and it brings joy. All right. According to Pro Football Tonight, the Broncos are among teams interested in Josh Jacobs if he becomes available from the Raiders. Now, my thought is this. Do we go out and get a Josh Jacobs? Why not? One reason why not. He may be asking too much of the Benjamins, if you know what I'm saying. Too much of the Uncle Sam, too much of the dollar. That's what he may be wanting more of than going to the Broncos, who have a chance to get him in the playoffs. I don't know. But I know that he's not happy in Vegas. I know he's not happy on the Raiders organization. Pro Football Talk adds the Broncos would, and I quote, be an option at the right price, end quote. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's not going to come to Denver on a hometown discount. Why would he do that? He could do that in Vegas and take what they want to give him. He doesn't want that. He wants more. Well, why wouldn't he? I mean, you go out there and ask for your price. I mean, it's just like when anybody sells anything. You put your price out there, and then you kind of negotiate down or whatever. But some people don't negotiate. Some people hang on to, nope, that's a firm price, baby. I ain't coming down. Okay. Well, then people walk. That's what happens. Same with the NFL. These guys want to make the best money they can. Why? Because they know their career is only going to last maybe 10 years at best, most likely 5 or 6. And then what? Then they got to go out and get a job in the real world? Yeah. They're not going to be making the money they've been making in the NFL. So why not make whatever you can? So that way you can invest it or do well. Some people do. Some people just blow it for whatever reason. But you do what is best for your family. And that's what these guys are trying to do. Would I like to have a Josh Jacobs? Why not? Why not? I know we have Javonte Williams and we got Pyrene and others. I agree. But why not have a Josh Jacobs? If he's willing to come over at the right price, I say the Broncos should absolutely take a look at him. Why not? It's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt one bit. In fact, it definitely could help out. Because I mentioned this many, many times, and until we see Javonte Williams playing in a real game, whether it be preseason or regular season, we don't know how he's going to react to those torn tendons, ACL ligaments, ACL, MCL, and then I don't know the other PCL or whatever it's called. I don't know, but he tore 3 of them in his knee. That's not good. That's not easy to come back from. Just ask Terrell Davis. He only tore his ACL, and he never was the same. And he was a running back. So we're going to find out, guys. We're going to find out. But I say, why not? Why not put or sign players that can back up those that you're uncertain of? That's all I'm saying. We have no idea, like I mentioned. No idea how he's going to come out. All right. Shelby Harris. That's right, guys. The Shelby Harris that left Denver, went to Seattle, I believe in that trade for Russell Wilson. Shelby Harris is going to be wearing orange again. Oops. Just not for the Denver Broncos. Huh? I thought we had him back in Denver. I thought we had him back in the fold. I thought he's coming home. Nope. Shelby Harris will be wearing an orange jersey, but not for the Denver Broncos, but for the Shelby. You really went there? You really went there? For the Cleveland Browns? Really? I know, guys. I know they're called the Cleveland Browns, but their jerseys are orange. The nickname Browns is because of their former founding head coach, whatever his name was, something Brown. Can't remember his name. But anyways, that's what they named the team after. Kind of crazy. Can you imagine calling the Denver Shanahans? Denver Bolins? No. Denver Walton Penner Group? No. Cleveland Browns? Anyways, they wear an orange jersey. So, terms of the contract were not made available at the time of this show. Shelby, how in heaven's name can you sign with the Cleveland Browns? Really? What'd they do? Give you the world in a contract? Guaranteed money for life or what? Why in heaven's name would you go to Cleveland when you could have stayed in Denver? Uh-oh. I got my notes mixed up here. Hold it. And you could have stayed in Denver, or come back to Denver, I should say. Come back to Denver and had a chance to go to the playoffs. I don't really think you're going to the playoffs in Cleveland. Must have been money, man. Must have been money. I don't know. I have no idea why in heaven's name you would not come back to Denver. Huh? Like I said, must have been money. I'm not sure. Okay. Avatar says, I heard Adams was injured today for the Raiders. Ooh, that could be I don't want to say, because I know Kamani's in the house, and I'll get to Kamani's comment here in just a second. But Kamani always calls me Hitman Bill. So in due respect to him calling me Hitman Bill, hey, maybe that's a good thing going into week 1 in about 4 weeks. Maybe he'll still be injured when we play the Raiders opening day in Denver. There you go, Kamani. I said it. Kamani says, hey, Broncos Bill. Hey, Kamani, what's happening? I know you're close to your wedding, man. When's your wedding? I know it's close. So hats off to you and your upcoming wedding and honeymoon reception, all that. Kamani also says, I think it was the money. It has to be the money. It has to be Kamani. There's no other reason. But seriously, Cleveland? I mean, obviously, if you're going to a place for money and you know there's no chance of making the playoffs and or Super Bowl, then yeah, that's where you go. Wow. Hey, I wish Shelby Harris all the best. Wish him all the best. Just wish he would have come back to Denver, but didn't do it. Hey, Kamani says his wedding is next Saturday. All right, man. A week from tomorrow. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Congratulations, Kamani, to you and your lovely upcoming bride. I wish you guys all the best. I know you're going to be away from the MHRT network shows and all of that stuff, and that's totally understandable. But we'll welcome you back whenever you can jump in on the chat. Absolutely, we'd love to welcome you back. In fact, I will call you Mr. and Mrs. Kamani Dixon. How's that? There you go. All right. This one, dude. This one is crazy. I've had many jackass of the week on my show. I mean, many of them from spousal abuse, gun-related incidents, things of that nature, doing crazy, weird stuff, whatever it may be. Exposing yourself in a pool to an elderly woman and whatnot, that kind of thing. This one is, I don't know. This is way crazy, because I mean there's so many different charges. But let me get into it. All right, here we go, guys. This week's jackass of the week. All right, guys. This one, like I said, is crazy. There are so many charges against this person. And my mind, me as a person, I try and wrap my head around how in heaven's name could somebody think that they're going to get away with doing as much as this person did and had on them and possession, all that. I mean, I understand at some point in time, people get desperate. I get that. But I think we've all been desperate at some time. Maybe it might not be financially desperate. It might be trying to hang on to a girlfriend or a marriage or a house, or it could be a lot of things. Hang on to a job. People get desperate. I understand that. But when you take measures beyond comprehension, beyond, logically thought out, and you do stupid things, you're going to get on my show as the jackass of the week. Now, I'm not quite sure this qualifies as jackass of the week. More like jackass of the month or the year, because I have never seen this. I've never come across this to put on my show with this much detail and this much allegations as what I'm about ready to bring. Here we go. Former starting cornerback for the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl championship team is facing criminal charges. Bashaud Breeland faces multiple charges after he was found in possession of a stolen vehicle? Come on, dude. Really? Found in possession of a stolen vehicle, guns, and illicit drugs in North Carolina. Okay? Now that's North Carolina. Guess where he stole the car from? Here we go. Police discovered the 2020 Mercedes-Benz G550 SUV he was driving as stolen in Florida. They recovered the following. Holy cow, guys. Brace yourself what they found. in possession of Breland. Here we go. Sporter Arms AK-47, Rock River Arms AR-15. These are all high-powered weapons, guys. All high-powered weapons. Why does he have these? I'll get to that. Hang on. Pistol 5.56, DPM's AR-15. There's another high-powered rifle. Ruger 5.7 times 28 handgun. Palmetto State Armory Dagger 9mm FNX 45 caliber handgun. Polymer 80 9mm handgun, and Zestuva Serbia AK-47. I'm not done yet, guys. I'm not done. They also recovered 62 grams of suspected mushrooms, 5.4 pounds of suspected marijuana, and digital scales, vacuum sealer, and bags. There you go. Guy's a drug dealer. Heavy duty drug dealer. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. You don't have that kind of armor on you, or ammunition on you, if you're not a drug dealer. I mean, guys, listen. He had AK-47, AR-15, another AK-47, a second AR-15. My gosh, he had high weaponry on him. And he's got marijuana, and he's got mushrooms, and he's got a scale, and he's got a sealer, and he's got bags. Don't tell me this guy is clean by any stretch of the imagination, not anywhere near close. This guy is an absolute drug dealer, period. Now, my thought is, does he have connections? Does he have connections? Where's he getting all this stuff from? Does he have... Is he part of a gang somewhere? I'm speculating, guys. Don't quote me as being truthful on this. I know I say in the beginning of my show, I bring you the truth, and I do. But when I make my comments, those are my comments. I'm speculating, okay? I'm just speculating. I'm wondering, where in heaven's name is he getting this from? Does he have a supplier? Does he grow it himself? I don't know. It's crazy. I continue. You ready for this? He is being charged for the following. Possession of a stolen motor vehicle, obviously. Altering serial numbers on the guns. Obviously, he's altering serial numbers on the guns. That means they're probably stolen. Why would you alter it? Unless he bought them legitimately. But then if he alters them, they can still find, hang on, altering a title. There it is, guys. He's altering the title of the car he stole. That's a felony. All of these are felonies. But altering a registration of a car, altering the title, putting his name on it, changing who it belongs to. Wow. This guy has lost it big time up here. He has totally lost it. He was on a Super Bowl championship team in the Kansas City Chiefs. And he goes out and does this? Throws all that away? What in heaven's name makes a person or drives a person to do something like this? I can't wrap my head around criminals. I can't. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not. Why would I throw away my freedom because I'm frustrated or I'm angry? I need this. What the heck? Oh my gosh. These guys don't think they're ever going to get caught, but they do time and time and time again. I continue. He's also charged on possession of marijuana, possession of a scheduled controlled substance, and possession of stolen firearms. There you go. Those are not his guns, guys. He was altering the serial number and he's altering the title of the car. This guy is absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. Needs to be locked up and the key thrown away. Period. Not let out again. Why? What good reason would there be to let him out? I know people have sympathy. Well, he served his time and he learned his lesson. No, he doesn't. How do you learn your lesson from doing this? Holy smokes, man. Seriously? Okay, a guy goes out, I'm not trying to say one's better than the other. They're both crimes. What I'm saying is, a person goes out, he does something wrong. And he says he's sorry. He learns his lesson. He comes back in society and he doesn't do it again. Okay, that's okay. Well, not okay, but I understand. There is no freaking way this guy should come back into society. I know he's not coming back in the NFL. Oh, hell no, that ain't happening. That's not happening at all. Not whatsoever. But he should not be allowed out of prison. These are felonies, guys. Felonies. Big time. I could go on and on about this. I'm just absolutely dumbfounded how these people think and feel that they are above the law and could do whatever they want to do. Wow. I thought I'd seen it all in many other Jackass of the Week segments that I've done. It's going to be hard pressed to top this one. That's for sure. I'm not sure I want to be topped. Holy smokes. All right. Let's see. Hey, Mark from Georgia said, Bill, what's up? Hey, Mark, nice to have you in the house. Nice to have you in the chat. Thank you so much for chiming in. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the show. Just ranting and raving about how I just don't understand people. Just don't understand people. Kamani, I know you're gonna bring me back down to where I should be. Yeah, Kamani says, Bill, calm down. You just got to pray for him. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Prayer changes things. I totally believe that. God can heal, anybody, and as long as they're willing. And I totally believe in that. And you're right, Kamani. Okay. Deep breath. Okay, I'm good. I'm good now, Kamani. Thanks a lot for putting things in perspective and getting me back down to where I need to be. But that brings me up to the one I could have brought in as a Jackass of the Week if it wasn't for that guy. Here we go. Aqib Talib's brother, Aqib Talib, has been sentenced to 37 years behind bars for his role in shooting and killing a youth football coach last summer. Talib, Aqib Talib pleaded guilty last month. I'm not gonna get wound up on this one. I got wound up on the last one. I'm not gonna get wound up on this one. I just feel very, very sad, and honestly, very sad, and just bummed out that people have to resort to violence because something doesn't go their way. It's a youth football game, and okay, so the call or whatever didn't go your way. So you got to go, wait, whoa, back up. Hold on, Bronco Bill, back up. Why would he have a gun at a youth football game? Is that normal? Nope. Not in my book, it ain't normal. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why things happen this way. It shouldn't. Leave the gun at home. Don't bring it. There's no need to bring it to a youth football game. I've been to many of my grandson's baseball games. Okay, he's 11 years old. Started playing when he was 6, t-ball and all that kind of stuff. There were times I look at him. Come on, man, you call that a strike? It's this far outside. Hey, it happens. Deal with it. They're kids. No need to get upset. They're not playing for money or anything like that. It's fun for the kids. Parents need to calm down. Coaches need to calm down. It's not life and death. It isn't. Well, Sal would say in this case it was. And that was unbelievable, unimaginable. Should never have happened. But now, Aqib's brother, to me, sitting behind bars for up to 37 years. Why? Because he was stupid enough to do something irrational, not thinking, and reacted. And because he had the means to do it, which he should never have had in his possession at that game, that's the result. Okay, let's move on to hopefully some better or more pleasant news. Sorry to have spent the last 10 minutes or so on that, but that's how it goes. I'm sorry, guys. Kamai says, I know you're good. I'm worried about your health. Yeah, you know what? I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that, Kamani. I do. Sometimes I get so wound up I can feel my heart go boom, boom, boom. It's just me. That's the emotion that I have and the passion that I have and the energy I have. And hopefully one of these days, I just don't. I'm not doing a show and all of a sudden go boom. Because I know that'll probably get me a million subscribers and I'll go viral and everything else, but I won't be around to see it. So I don't want that to happen. Okay. So Mark from Georgia says, Bill, how do you think the Broncos are going to do tonight? I'm going to get into that. I have that a little bit later down, a couple segments down the road. I'll definitely get into that. I'll definitely address that, Mark. But they're very, very thankful that you brought that up. It's a good reminder. I will definitely get into that for sure. Okay. Washington Commanders have decided to let the people vote for a new nickname from the new owners. Now, the new owners inherited the Washington Commanders nickname. They want to change it. They wanted to make it their own. So they put it out to the fan base. Guess what? I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, maybe last week or week before. I mentioned it in my show that they at that point in time, I think the petition that they put out to bring back the nickname Redskins, I think was at 50,000 or 45,000, something like that. Well, the people have spoken by way of signing a petition to bring back the nickname Redskins. 77,000 have signed, and the next goal is to get 150,000. It really seems the fans want what never should have been changed, and that is removing the Washington nickname Redskins from the team. I totally agree. I absolutely totally agree. I've mentioned it many, many times. I don't see any problem with the nickname Redskins. They're honoring a culture. They're honoring a tribe. That's what they were called back in the day. I don't know if it was 1700s, 1800s. They were called Redskins. In fact, they even called themselves Redskins. So how can that be offensive if they called themselves that? I mean, if I went around saying, "Hey, you know what? I'm a honky. I don't care. Call me whatever you want. Call me whiteface. I don't care." And somebody took that and put it on a football team, I'd be honored. Why not? Why not? It's not offensive. I don't care. I'm half German. I'm half English. So, call me whatever you want. I don't care. I mean, come on. You guys know I'm half German. I mean, look at his nose, man. I mean, call me whatever you want. It's okay. I don't care. I don't take it seriously. It doesn't bother me. Rolls off my back like water off a duck. I could care less. Doesn't bother me. But now, if you talk about my wife, my son, my daughter, and my grandkids, that's a different story. Anyways, I continue. Okay, let's go on. Russell Wilson requested to not play in the preseason, but Sean Payton denied it and said, Sean Payton denied his request in what is a culture wake-up call from last season. Absolutely. Last season, no starters played in any of the Bronco preseason games under Hackett. Why? Oh, Hackett said, well, you know what? I don't want to get anybody injured. Guess what? They got injured anyways in practice. So it didn't matter. And the Broncos are going to be playing their starters in the game tonight, in which Mark from Georgia commented that I'll get into. They're going to be playing their starters tonight. Not sure how long. Maybe a series of 2. I don't know. Doesn't matter. They need to practice. They need to play. Sean Payton didn't want to pay. Mark. Russell Wilson did not want to play in the preseason. Sean Payton said, tough. You're playing. I'm not Nathaniel Hackett. You're not having it your way, dude. This is not owned by Burger King. It's owned by Walmart. If Burger King owned it, maybe you could have it your way. Not happening. Not happening with me as Sean Payton, your head coach. So get over it, Russell. Get over it. Good. I'm glad. I want Russell Wilson to play. I want the starters to play. Why? Because they got to get into game shape. They have to be able to hit the ground running against the Raiders on opening day in Denver, knowing exactly what they have to do. Are there injuries possible? Absolutely. There's injuries for me to walk out this front door, go across the street, and fall down off the curb and get hurt. Accidents happen all day long, every day, everywhere. People get hurt all the time. Football, yes, it's different. You got pads on, stuff like that, and you condition yourself, but injuries still happen. I mentioned some of those earlier in the show. They happen. You don't want them to, but you got to be able to play in a game so that you can condition yourself to when the real season starts. Absolutely. Okay, here we go. Sean Payton has said that Russell Wilson and the starters will play tonight against the Arizona Cardinals at Arizona. Like most things this season, that wasn't happening under Hackett last year. Nope. Sure wasn't. Absolutely was not. And guess what, guys? It's going to be different this year. A lot of things are, I got this canker sore. Sorry, guys. Oh, that hurt. I got this canker sore on the left side of my tongue. Oh, man, I just bit it. Whew. Okay, I got to compose myself again. I got two more segments. Ooh, sorry guys, that one hurt. Let me take a second here. Oh, okay. Let's see. Kamai says. Let's see. Kamai says, "Would you let the starter play tonight for a minute? Minute or what? Did you mean for a minimum or minute?" I would let the stars play for at least tonight, considering they didn't play at all last year in preseason. It's under a new head coach, new offensive coordinator, offensive plays, all of that. I'm hoping that the starters play at least half of the first period. I would love to see them play, or quarter. I'm talking periods. I would love to see them play for the entire first quarter. I don't want to see just one drive that may end up in a, 5 plays and punt, 7 plays and punt. I don't want to see that. I want to see them be able to come back after the defense has shut down the Cardinals, made them punt or whatever, and then the Broncos get the ball again, move down the field, and see what they can do. I don't want to see a one series and done. That's not what I want to see. There's only 3 preseason games, guys. There used to be 4. So you could play the starters for one series in the first game, maybe the first quarter, second game, maybe nobody in the third game, and then a half in the fourth game. That's not going to happen this year. Not going to happen at all. So I want to see him play at least the first quarter, and then next week play, the first half. And then the third game, play 3 quarters. That's what I want to see. Because you got to get into game shape. You got to get into game speed. You have to get into game hits. You can't get into game hits in practice. You can't even hit the quarterback in practice. You can't touch him. But you can in preseason. And that's what Russell Wilson needs. He needs to be able to feel that pressure. Well, hope he doesn't feel too much pressure, but you know what I'm saying, guys. You've got to be in game shape. You've got to feel game action. Didn't happen last year. It's got to happen this year. Okay. Kamani also says Russell Wilson needs to play so he can do better than last year. You got that right. You absolutely got that right, Kamani. You nailed that one big time. That's what I was saying. They didn't play him last year, and he didn't want to play this year. Sean Payton goes, yeah, right. Guess what, buddy? I'm the head coach now. Not Nathaniel. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Last year, Russell, you were the head coach. I'm sorry, because you called all the shots. Apparently, because Hackett didn't have any backbone to tell you no. Guess what? I have backbone, and you are playing. I don't care if you like it or not. You're playing. And guess what? We have backups in your stead if you don't perform well. So it's in your best interest, Russell, to go out there and play the best you can, even though you don't want to be there, even though you don't want to play in preseason. It's your call. You want me to start in quarterback in opening day? Then get your freaking butt out there and perform like you should for the money that you're getting. Don't cry. Don't say, I don't want to play in preseason because I didn't last year. Guess what? That was last year. And my last name is not Hackett. It's Payton. So shut up, do your job, and get out there and play. At least for the quarter or however long I want you out there. All right? Oh, and by the way, I'm going to get into what you are not going to do. Not necessarily you, Wilson, but you, team. You know, however many guys are on the team right now prior to cut down. This is not going to happen. Okay? It happened under Hackett. It happened under other head coaches. It's not happening under my watch. Here it is. In the past preseason games, players have been seen doing interviews, even proposing marriage, which happened several years ago, wearing Gilligan-style hats, taking off their jerseys, and eating. Payton said, and I quote, I don't want to see uniforms off after they're done playing. I don't want to see sunglasses on. I don't want to see Gilligan hats on. And I don't want to see interviews during the game. That's what I don't want to see. We are going to be in game form mode. End quote. Period. That's what he said. He means business. Sean Payton means business. Okay, guys, you guys out there may say, oh, that's pretty harsh. That's pretty harsh that you can't let these guys just kind of relax in preseason. Let them kind of, do their own thing, whatnot, whatever. No, Sean Payton says no. Golly, I did it again. He's putting his foot down. And the reason why he's putting his foot down is he has to totally erase everything that happened last year under Nathaniel Hackett. Hackett let the guys do what they wanted. Why? Because he was not a leader. Nathaniel Hackett has no idea what it's like to be a head coach. He let Russell Wilson do whatever he wanted. He let the guys do whatever they wanted. Oh, they're having fun. They're loose. They're relaxed. They're having a good time. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they had a good time all the way to 5 wins, period. And 4 of them were only under Hackett. The other one was under the interim, I can't remember his name now, against the Chargers to end the season. So Hackett only actually was the head coach for 4 of those wins out of 12 losses. So to do it Hackett's way is stupid. But Sean Payton has to not only reverse. Okay, let's say you do 80% wrong, and then you come in and you say, okay, well, I'm gonna bring it back up. So you do 80% right. Well, where are you? You're back to the middle. Sean Payton doesn't want it back to the middle. He wants it way over on the positive side. So in order to do that, he has to totally not only undo 80%. I'm just using a number. He has to not only undo 80%, he has to undo 160% to get it way over on the other side. That's the problem. And that's why he is putting his foot down saying, no, we are not doing this. This is business differently than what you guys have done in the past year. I'm not doing that again. We are not doing that again. We're treating this like a regular season must-win game. We're going in there and we're going to focus. We're not going to have fun and thrills and stuff like that. We can have all of that after we win the doggone Super Bowl championship in February, okay? Then we can have fun in games. We're not doing it now. And it starts in preseason, week 1 of preseason. Business as if it was a regular season, period. All right, Glenn Hauser, nice to have you in the house, man. Nice to have you in the chat. Yeah, Jerry Rosberg. I knew it started with the R, but I just didn't want to say the wrong name. Of course, you know I would have if I would have not had your input. That's for sure. Glenn says, "Is this Broncos breakdown or Goodwill Hunting?" Well, it could be a combination of both. It could be a very good combination of both. Good call, Glenn. Good call. Yeah, very, very true. Very true. All right, guys. Before I get into the last topic, I do want to say that tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and wherever you may be, it's going to be an hour different, obviously, an hour 2 or 3 different. 7 o'clock Pacific time on the NFL Network. The Denver Broncos will be playing against the Arizona Cardinals at Arizona live on the NFL Network. Now, it's in Arizona, so we're probably going to have this. Guys, look at that tongue again. The stupid commentary from the Cardinals broadcast. But nonetheless, the Broncos will be live on the very first preseason. So we are going to be seeing how Russell Wilson and the starters, I should say, as well as how Sean Payton runs his very first preseason game as a head coach of the Denver Broncos. That happens tonight, about an hour and 15 minutes from now. About an hour and 15 minutes from now on the NFL Network. So you guys, if you can get that channel, tune in, watch the Bronco game, and cheer on the Broncos. I know I sure will be. I'm wearing my Broncos preseason, I call it preseason jersey. I'll be watching and yelling my head off and all that kind of good stuff because that's what I do. I'm just that kind of crazy guy. I yell at preseason games. It doesn't matter. It's all good. Okay. Kamani wants to know, are we doing any preseason games? Not that I know of, Kamani. Not that I know of. And the reason why is because most preseason games, well, the last 6 years, the Broncos haven't been live on any preseason games. It's always been recorded on NFL Network, like they do. They record them and then they show them at a later time, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, whatever. Different times, different days. But because Sean Payton is the head coach of the Broncos, they're doing this game is live. We didn't know that. Madungus Creevy and I did not know that. So we're not doing a preseason game. Also, it's really hard to know who's playing. It's not the starters for the entire game. So you have backups and stuff, and we don't know the names and that kind of thing. So, no, to answer your question, I know I went a longer version, but to answer your question, no, we're not doing any preseason games that I know of. But thanks for asking. Really appreciate it. All right. Jared Albert, hey, nice to have you in the house. Nice to have you in the chat. Thanks for chiming in. They need to feel like it's fun still, even coming off 8 years of letdowns. Yes, I understand that they need to have fun. They need to feel like it's fun. But I think what Sean Payton is trying to do is he's trying to instill the fact that, okay, we need to have a mindset of what it takes to play the game, what it takes to win games, and what it takes to be a team. And I think and feel that that's what he's trying to instill. Now, sure, they can have fun and whatnot, but I think what he wants to do is he wants to change the culture of the atmosphere of the Broncos of the past 6, 7, 8 years. I don't know if it's been 8. Let's see, the Broncos, Sean Payton, Peyton Manning and the Broncos in 2016 won Super Bowls. Okay, so it's been like 7 years. He wants to change the culture, especially from what happened last year. Last year was an absolute destructive situation, absolutely horrendous. And Sean Payton wants to come in and say, no, we're not doing that. So is he going maybe overboard to the extreme side? Yeah, possibly. But he's trying to set a precedent, trying to say, okay, let me go way over here. And then as things progress and get better, I'll come back more towards the middle. Maybe that's what he's doing. But I do know that he's sending a very, very strong message in saying that, no, we are not going to have it like it was last year. We're not going to have it like it has been in years past. So, we're going to do it this way, and then we'll come back gradually. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm thinking is happening. Okay. Let's get into the very last topic, guys, and then you'll have about an hour before the Broncos Cardinals game. And this fits right into to what the first preseason game and the prognosis for the season. Here it is. Broncos odds to win the Super Bowl. The odds have come out from Caesars Sportsbook on all 32 teams who they think will win the upcoming Super Bowl in 2024 February. Here it is. Any thought who's number one? Yeah, right. Kansas City Chiefs. They come in as plus 600. Now, I'm not a betting guy, so I don't know what all the sports book thing means. I don't know what the plus means, the minus means. I don't understand any of that. I just know that if Kansas City is plus 600 and they're favored to win the Super Bowl in 2024, that must be something good. I don't know. So anybody out there that's a betting person wants to chime in the chat and let me know how all this works, I'll put your comment up. We'll talk about it. And you guys can enlighten me on how all of this works, okay? All I know is that when my wife goes to the casinos, she goes to slot machines, she puts in her money, she does the whole slot thing. If it goes ding, 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 she wins. That's all I know. I don't do anything else. I just walk around and look at people and different watch people play games and see how they. I don't understand. Anyways, continue. Eagles are at plus 750. 49ers are at plus 900, along with the Buffalo Bills at plus 900. The Bengals are at plus 1,000. Denver Broncos, are you guys sitting down? You about ready to run to the casino and sports book or whatever and put your money down the Broncos win the Super Bowl? Here it is. Maybe you guys can win a ton of money. Broncos are at plus 400? No. They can't be at 400 because Kansas City's at plus 600. Broncos are at plus 4,000. The teams in the AFC West to win the Super Bowl are as follows. Chargers at plus 2,500. Raiders at plus 4,500. And I already mentioned the Chiefs at plus 600, the Broncos at plus 4,000. Arizona, the team the Broncos are playing tonight, is at, are you ready for this, guys? Plus 20,000. Plus 20,000. Put your money on the Cardinals to win the Super Bowl, guys. You can win a fortune, absolute fortune, plus 20,000. That brings me to tonight's game. Like I mentioned earlier, they're playing tonight, 7 o'clock Pacific, 8 Mountain, 9 Central, 10 Eastern, live on the NFL Network. That being said, if the Broncos don't win tonight, and I know it's preseason, but I don't really care, because if the Broncos are favored to win the Super Bowl at plus 4,000 and the Cardinals are favored to win the Super Bowl at plus 20,000, who should win tonight? Denver should win tonight. Absolutely. But it's preseason. You don't know what you're going to get. I just want the Broncos to win. I never want the Broncos to lose anytime. I don't care if it's preseason. I don't care if it's spring training, not spring training. If it's workouts, I don't want the Broncos to lose a scrimmage. That's my team. I don't want them to lose, period. So tonight, once again, Broncos, Cardinals live, 7, 8, 9, and 10, NFL Network. And guys, tune in I hope the Broncos win. I'll be cheering for them. I'll be yelling my head off. I know they're going to hear me all the way back to Arizona. Speaking of that, I was going to go to the Bronco-Arizona game tonight, but family situations came up and just wasn't able to go. But I will be here in my den watching the game live in about an hour and 5 minutes from now. I hope you guys are going to do the same. Go Broncos. Beat the Cardinals. That's it, guys. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you have not, please do so. Hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Like I've mentioned many, many times, guys, if it wasn't for you, every single one of you in the chat and supporting and commenting and stuff, this show would not be anywhere near as good as it is. It's only as good. It's only great, I should say, because you guys make it great. I really appreciate it. So I cannot go out without acknowledging those that are in here. Avatar, Kamani, Mark from Georgia, Glenn Hauser, and Jared Albrecht. Thank you guys so very much for being in the chat. Greatly appreciate it each and every week. You guys know what the shows are Monday through Friday. I'll fly over it. I'll do a flyover really brief. Monday is the Cluster Puck podcast. Tuesday is the 5280 and the No Nonsense and Whiskey. Wednesday is the Wild Wild West. Thursday is the Orange and Brew. And Friday is this show, once again, Broncos Breakdown with me, your host, Bronco Bill, live every Friday, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Until next Friday, guys, enjoy the Broncos game. Let's go, Broncos. Beat the Arizona Cardinals, and let's get off to a great start heading into the 2023 NFL season. Till then, guys, like I said, have a great weekend. Talk to you next Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave.